Good morning. It's Sunday, June 18th. It's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. It's early morning. I'm out here seizing the opportunity before the feel out here feels like triple digits. Right now it feels like 89 degrees. It's currently 85 degrees. And it's a little overcast, so it's perfect. So we're going to start the tour today right here in the secret garden. You can hear the cicadas serenading us this morning. Caladiums, they're doing so well. Everything looks so good and happy. We have been getting the most glorious rain. Really happy about that. Completely different than last year, where this time we were in a drought and stayed in a drought for a very long period. So I have no complaints over all the rain. So my caladiums are coming up in here. Oh, they look so good. I love that color. So what a difference a month makes here in the garden. Can't wait for July when these caladiums are really showing out. They really came up and alive when that heat started soaring high. Whew, they love the heat. And I love that they love the heat. They perform so well here in North Texas for me. These are the caladiums my husband bought me for Mother's Day. Looking beautiful. So pretty. And these caladiums you see coming up in here, I planted bulbs. And they're just starting to come up and come alive. And here are the pink polka dot plants. You can see they're growing nicely in here. I wish they weren't an annual for my zone, but you know, it is what it is. Looks really pretty around my sheep here. So, you know, I might do a repeat there. And that's the whole point, really, of me loving to do these garden tours. So I can see what worked, didn't work. I can look back, see what I liked, what I didn't like. Try again. Okay, let's look at these shade planters right here and here. Look how this one is doing. That angel wing, proven winners, dragon wing begonia. Oh, gorgeous. The color. Oh, hang on. I had a bug fly right onto the camera. A pretty big one. But he's gone now. Look at that escargot begonia. Oh, this container looks so good. They are kind of overshadowing the ZZ plant. I mean, it's in there, but it's supposed to be the thriller, but it looks like this color, is the thriller. Gorgeous. Look at that. And then back here is the clearance dragon wing from Lowe's that I overwintered. Had her in here last year. She did so well off the clearance rack. And I put a coleus in there with her this year. Or my best friend did. She planted that in there when we did these pink polka dot plants. And it looks so good. Look at that. Ooh, a good combination there. Well, and two, I was afraid that begonia wouldn't come fully alive, but we'll walk around it. Let me not step all the way in the bed. Let's walk around like this so we can see how she's really filling out. How good she looks. Oh, got some stepping stones here so I don't have to step on my soil, but she looks beautiful. Just gorgeous. I like that coleus in there with her. That was a really good decision. There's my Atlantis hosta doing well. This is its second year. So next year, all of my hostas are second year except for a few that I brought with me. But they appear to be on their first year because they got eaten back. Oh, here, I found some hellebores, which these are not cheap, so I found these on clearance. And I can't remember the name. I'll pop it up on the screen. But I planted them right in here. Happy to have them. So we'll see what they do in the spring. And then over here is the Bridal Falls hosta. Had another one here, but it didn't make it past the skunk and armadillo. But it's putting up a new leaf. It did put up a little flower spike, so I'm like, you're hanging in there, girl. You're hanging in there. Kind of not going in any order back here today. Let's go back to this back bed here. This looks so good. So I have my asparagus fern in this pot doing really well. And then these are my azaleas I planted. Putting on a little bit of growth. So that's good. Next year maybe, we'll see some blooms and some even more growth when the garden comes alive. It's my Japanese maple, love it. Doing well with the heucheras in there. My impatiens and heucheras I had in the ground. I had these heucheras in the ground. Put them up here in the pots. They're doing all right. I can't seem to have any luck with heucheras. They heave right up out of the ground. I wish I had more luck with them in the ground because I think they're just beautiful. The impatiens are hanging on. They have some blooms. They're looking a little leggy. These are Fire Island hostas. This is their second year, but really their first full season. Planted them last year. We got to tell them what happened. When spring sprung and all the hostas started coming to life, it was a complete salad bar for the bunnies. And then the caterpillars came in. And so they've been on the struggle, but they're bouncing back. Purple shamrock. I planted little bulbs or corms in here, and this is the one I already had that I transplanted in here when we moved in. I thought it would spread and it never did. So I just put these in and I've got some color, and I love that color back here with the green. I think that looks really good. It's a June hosta back there. Try not to walk in my flower beds. Looking good, bouncing back from being eaten down. More of my purple shamrocks coming up here. I've got the elephant ears there in the back. And that's the Woo La La hosta with the leaf on top of her. She looks fantastic. And they all put up their little flower spikes, which they're dying back now, but Miss America put up one. Oh, it's still on there. Very pretty. I love them. I don't like to cut them off. I love to see them do that. Back up here. So here's this bed. And there's my bird cage with the ivy and impatiens in it. It's struggling a little bit. It has been getting the rain, but it dries out really fast up here. And I just kind of forgot about it. So hopefully it will bounce back. We tend to do that here in the garden, even though I'm out here every day. I felt so bad when I realized, oh my goodness, you're not getting the water you should be getting. So that's on the gardener. We'll just come over here this way. Here are these pastel caladiums I put in here. They're popping up, but they're not up yet. You can see they're starting to rise up. Hopefully we'll get those. When those come up, I might just do a video on update on all of the caladiums. This pot's doing well with a double up pink begonia by Proven Winners. It also has a ZZ plant as a thriller. But it looks like this gorgeous beaut is going to be the thriller. And it does have an escargot begonia in it too. My Canadian blue hostas. This one put up a little plume. Oh, it makes me so happy. These guys really had a rough go when spring hit. This little pot of impatiens. See how leggy? I don't know. So I'm just gonna let them go. These are the new hydrangeas I put in here in place of the mini mauvettes that did not make it. So they are new. But they're putting up new leaves. This one I took off all of its bloom heads that were brown. Here's a look back this way, this bed. Here's a look this way. Little window box over there on the shed. Oh, what a glorious morning. And these hydrangeas, none of my hydrangeas came back this year. I'm really sad. One's trying to come back up front. We'll get to it. But looks like I just have to try again. These were the little lime punches. That one got broken in thunderstorm. These were daylilies. I'm glad I got that video because they're pretty much done with their bloom time. Let's see, here's another little lime punch. Did not come back. Ugh, I hate that. I had a fairy trail bride hydrangea in here, actually in 2 pots, and neither one of those came back. So what you see here are the nasturtium seeds I put in there and some weeds. So I don't know. I have one hydrangea I want to replace in here over here, and I'll tell you about it. Otherwise, I'm just done planting, and I'll just try again in the fall and or spring and try again. I really want hydrangeas really bad. And these are daylilies in here. These are the Rainbow Rhythm that put up 1 bloom, and that was it. But this is its 2nd year, so I'm hoping for more blooms and growth next year. So that one's on the struggle coming back. And we have this one. We'll see. We'll see about those. I love daylilies, so I want those to come back. Now we're gonna move on. Let's just come around like this. So up here I have some sun mouse hostas. This is their 2nd year, and they were really little last year, so hopefully they'll come back stronger and better next year. Then moving around this bed, we have the coffee cups, elephant ears in here. They suffered some hail damage. We had another hailstorm. Look at all that growth under there. Looking good. That one I had to cut completely back because it did not like shipping. This is my new gardenia, Jubilation by Southern Living. Oh, ready for this gal to just really settle in here. This is this little bed. And this gets mostly full sun now. So all of these are loving their spot so far, and I love that they love it. Over here is the back side, where that Rose of Sharon is. Front, my bunnies in the front of this bed. Looking so cute. And this Rose of Sharon blooms out white. Really need to trim this up because we have some that didn't really leaf out, some branches. Blooms are really pretty. This is my lily bed here. I have some calla lilies in the front, some Asiatics all in here. I've had 1 bloom and it's faded out. So I don't know if I'm gonna get any more. I hope so. There's Coreopsis in the middle. I love the green. I love the structure of the little bed. And here with the king frog. And that's a calla lily my husband bought me for Mother's Day, the year we moved in, I believe, Mother's Day 2021. It didn't do well last year. Again, we had an extreme drought and our irrigation system went out and we didn't get it fixed. I think it was mid-July. Yeah, it was horrible, and I was the worst hand waterer on the planet, I guess. I was out here all the time, but I couldn't rescue everybody from the drought, which was unfortunate. This bed here is the crepe myrtle bed. It has 3 beautiful established crepe myrtles that were here. They bloom out white. And these shrubs were here. So new this year, and had some grasses in here. And I just let some of the weeds just fill in wherever they want, because I like the green, and it's only a weed if you don't want it there, right? That's a new hydrangea I put in this year. It's a limelight, the big one. So far, so good. And it's even grew a little bit on top. So, oh, maybe it's like the spot. I have sun mouse hostas in here as well. You'll see some of them. Here's one little one here. 2nd year. Again, they're already small hostas, and they were really little when I planted them last year. But some of them made it through the drought, which is good. And you can see some of the caladiums coming up in here finally. I have an Indian hawthorn, newly planted. Back here, La Vida Moss, I believe it's called, by Proven Winners. So far, so good. And some Chinese fringe flower. First year for these. They're just little babies. But next year, hopefully we'll get the little, what is it, sleep, creep, leap. So hopefully next year we'll get the creep. See a little bit more, but I can't wait for the rest of these caladiums to come up in this bed. That's going to be pretty and add some color on this back side. Here's a look at the bed from this way. I need to reposition my frogs. I moved them out of the way to plant that hydrangea. What it looks like looking back this way. There's a little shed window box. So pretty. Just move over here in this little bird bath bed. This little bed here has nothing but daylilies. These are new daylilies that I planted in here, and they bloom out pink. So hopefully next year I'll get those pretty, pretty blooms. And then over here, these are yellow daylilies that were already here established on the property. And I divided them and put some of them back in there. They did well. Again, their bloom time is over. This is the gnome bed for obvious reasons. Here's my unique stone gnome. This is steady as she goes gardenia. It's supposed to be a gallon. It's not, obviously. And that was the pot I had available. This is the other pot that had the Fairy Trail Bride hydrangea in it. I'm so sad. I don't know what happened. I really don't. The creeping fox I put in here is hanging on pretty good. I had one die out because something dug a hole up beside it and around it, and the roots were gone, so it died out. But for the most part, this creeping fox is hanging in there. So hopefully next year we'll see it branch out. For my roses on the trellis here, these guys have been getting a lot of rain. I need to come in here and pinch these back. I just wanted to show you how pretty the buttermilk color of these Proven Winners Crema roses are. Very pretty. See how pretty that color is? This is the Rise Up Lilac Days. You can see over here, it's doing really well. We're training it to go up. Yeah, that'll be so, so lovely when these really get established. But look at this set of blooms on this Crema rose. Gorgeous. Look at that color. Yeah, it's like buttermilk color, and I love it. Stop that from shaking. We might have one bloom to show you here. Actually bloomed out on the Rise Up Lilac Days. Right there. Very pretty. You can see all the buds coming. So they were 1 gallon when I potted them. The Rise Up and the Cremas. So they're doing really well. I'm really pleased. So next year they should be even better. All right, circling back here, back to the gnome bed. My Canaceas, oh, they look so good. Look at that. This is their second year, so I'm really happy. Oh, they're so pretty. These are both Monrovias. Here's my new sedum I put in here. Wildfire. It's doing great. And then here are the clearance annual dahlias I put in here. Look, this one's blooming. So pretty. Gorgeous. This one has some little buds on it, but you know, I had to cut this one back pretty severely. It was in pretty rough shape off the clearance rack. But I have high hopes. And here is a returning dahlia. And it's not the one I bought. I went back and looked at all the ones I purchased, and this was not one of them, but it must have been mislabeled. But it's here, and that's wonderful. Oh yeah, get that leaf too. It's kind of lost its. Go ahead and pull that off. This is a Cinderella butterfly weed, not the invasive kind. First year on that. This is the Sassy Summer Taffy Yarrow. We'll get a better look. I'll walk around there. This is the Firefly Peach Sky Yarrow. Filling out nicely in here. Look how it turns to yellow. Very pretty. My daughter and I seeded some zinnias in here, and they've germinated. Let's see how they do. We're gonna come back here and see the crawfish have been busy making a chimney over there. Here's a better look at that Sassy Summer Taffy. Look at that color on there. Very pretty. These are first year, they're new. They were just quart size. So, but I also love how it fades out to yellow too. What a pretty color. Very pretty colors. So, and the rest in here is just monkey grass that was already here. Here's some allium that I transplanted out of the bed where I put the caladiums my husband bought me for Mother's Day. And these are Atlas roses here. And now thinking about it, I moved these over here. Look how close. So these are 2 Atlas roses, and this is their 3rd year, you guys. But I did have to move them because they weren't getting enough sun where I had them. But I'm going to have to, in the fall or spring, since these aren't really coming up really vigorously yet, I have to move that out of the way. These are the orange butterfly weeds here, not the invasive kind. And I have a drumstick that came up, the drumstick alley right there. This is the smoke bush that's recovering. We severely cut these back when we moved in. They had a lot of dead branches and broken branches. That one did not come back. That's okay. This one is. I don't think last year we got anything from either of these, but this year, this one's coming back, and I love the color on it. Yeah, I really love that color. I say smoke bush, I think it's some kind of smoke bush. Whoop, there's Ellie's ball. Somebody's wanting me to throw that ball. The sun's trying to peek through. That's nice, very pretty. Very pretty. Hi, Ellie. You want me to throw that ball? Okay. I'm going to go get the ball and throw it, and then we're going to circle back over here to this side. All right. She's coming back. She got her ball. Circling back. This is what I call the lollipop tree bed, or the gumdrop tree bed. We trimmed this up, too, so we could expose its little trunk, and I think it's so cute. Turned out really well. We have some dead vines in there we need to get out, but they have really powerful thorns on them, so I quit yanking on it for right now, but I need to get in there and just kind of cut pieces away till we get it all out of there. Here are the caladiums I planted underneath it. They're starting to fill in and come out. Look at the color on those. Beautiful. Again, I don't remember all the names, but I will link the video for the caladiums down below if you want to watch. It has all the names and their tags. These are so pretty. Very pretty. They're just starting to come out. I love the color on them. So also in here, that's my Tough Stuff Mountain Hydrangea. Did not make it. I have one coming. It's a 3-gallon. Pop it in there. See how it does. I know I probably shouldn't plant when it's just so hot, but I really want that hydrangea. So I was like, that's the last thing I'm buying and planting. I'm done planting for 2023. For the summer season at least. I might plant in the fall, but nothing more for the summer season after that hydrangea goes in right there. These are yellow daylilies that were on the property. These I divided. They're done blooming right now. These are Sunseeker echinaceas, white, green apple, and rainbow. This is their 2nd year. And look at the color on that. Oh, I love these, and I love how they have this double layer. So pretty. So the white ones are coming out. So I'll have 2 of each. 2nd year I've had them, and they just look really good. Gosh, I love that rainbow color. So we don't have green apple out yet. Hopefully we will. These are Fizzy Mizzy Sweet Spires. I mean, they came up, but we had a really weird spring here for North Texas. It stayed chilly, warmed up, got chilly again. So I don't know if that delayed them, but this is their 2nd year. So hopefully next year we'll see great improvement with those guys, because they're supposed to come up and then get little white plumes on them, but I didn't get that. So, and then here are azaleas I planted. Again, first year for these guys. So maybe next year we'll see a little creeping out of them and maybe get some blooms. But here's a look back this way at this bed. It's gonna be nice when I get some things established. Just circling back over here because we're gonna head to the patio over there and the pool area. And we'll do the front of the house last. Sun is trying to come out. Ellie and I are gonna go swimming here in a minute, aren't we, babes? Yeah, in just a minute. Show you my David Austin roses over there. That's their second year. The cicadas serenading us this morning. Just beautiful. They're being loud. But this is the Lady of the Lake, David Austin rose. She put on some blooms for me. You might can see that in some past videos, but not a lot. Again, just their second year, so I'm really hoping next year is their year to thrive. My project today, in between swimming, is to clean up, sweep out this gazebo area. This is her, healthy, beautiful. Don't have any, have a spent one right here, but no blooms. She looks fantastic, doing great. Fertilized, watered really well. We had heavy rain and it pushed some debris up here. I need to come get my little rake and rake that out. This is Claire Austin, putting on lots more growth this year. I said I was going to wait this year, and if she just couldn't handle this spot, because she really gets full sun all day, she can't handle the Texas heat, I'm gonna move her. We'll just see. I really want these ladies to climb up the gazebo here. Frame this out. I think that will look so good with those pretty blooms climbing up. I didn't know what I was going to do here, or I didn't know if I was going to do anything here. But I did pop in some euphorbia, some low growing euphorbia here and over here. It says it spreads. So just see what it does. That'd be pretty if it can fill in this underneath. I need to come in here and clip back some of these suckers. Think about just clearing this bed completely. I just don't know what to do. Over here, just kind of gets forgotten about and neglected. So, I don't know, again, figuring out the garden, what we like, don't like, want, don't want. To the patio, the petunias, a little waterlogged, but doing well. Love the pink and white, love the splashes of pink this year. I'm all about it. So they're doing pretty good. Pretty color. I need to come and pinch on all of them. Just with the rain and everything, and by the time I get off work, weeding's been my main priority when I get a chance. But they're looking pretty good. This one looks really good. How pretty. Beautiful. Love that pink and white together. Gorgeous. This is the Blue My Mind Morning Glory. You can see it's giving us some blooms early this morning. I love that blue. Love a little splash of blue. For sure. Let me back up here so you can see a little bit. Oh yeah. Yeah, so pretty. So right here are my geraniums by Monrovia and the Goldie Creeping Jenny by Monrovia. In these pots. I need to pinch these back. All of their, when I pinch them, they all go over there again, that neglected bed. But they look pretty good. I love the colors on these. But I can't quite figure out the right combination here. Full sun, part sun, what to do. So I love that they're in pots because I just keep kind of maneuvering them around, which will help me out next year because I love this combination of the Creeping Jenny with the geraniums. So yeah, just trying to figure out the right balance for these guys. As you can see, look, been push and pulling this one so much. It's kind of off of its little rocker here. But those are so pretty. Doing a little maintenance while we're on this little tour. Okay. This is Sally bringing me her ball again. My creamsicle nasturtiums kind of hanging on just a little bit in this pot with the pink petunia. I love this color combination. I really do. I'm probably going to do that again. The pink and the creamsicle color. I love that soft orange. Yeah, so a note for next year. May not be the same flowers, but I love those colors together. Some sweet alyssum down here. It's in the shade now, so it kind of got burnt. Struggling a little bit. Oh, butterfly came to greet us and then flew off. Sweet potato vines, I still haven't figured out where and when, but I need to move them out and find a good pot for them to trail over because they'll be beautiful. It's mid-June. I need to get with it. Pretty petunias. And here, my violet wilds came back and they are performing very beautifully with some weeds. Let's get those out of there. Performing very beautifully with my pink petunias. Looks so good. Here's my raised bed. Let me just put these in these. These had strawberries in them last year, but they don't have the lips on them. They were here on the property. So they just have weeds growing in them right now. So here's my raised vegetable planter. It's struggling. Even though it's been getting the rain, I have not been diligent about coming out here. It really needs supplemental water because it's up off the ground. The heat gets into the triple digits, and it's been that way for the past 2 weeks. So I really need to come out here in the evenings, afternoon evenings, and give it more water when we're not getting any more rain. And just help it out. Basil. It's my pepper plant. Look here. Got me a pepper on there. Nice. Strawberry plants, proven winter strawberry plants. Doing pretty good. They have blooms on them. Lavender. And this planter smells good, and I think it's the lavender that's making that happen. And the nasturtium's hanging on in here with some sweet alyssum. How pretty. Look at those creamy yellow ones. Very, very pretty. That was just a planter that got all the leftovers and turned out to be super pretty. Rosemary and another proven winter strawberry plant. That's that. And then come around here. Right here in the ground is some lemon coral sedum, and right here in the pot, doing fantastic. Some succulents here, doing great. Boston fern and the lady, doing great. Some leftover Goldie creeping Jenny, just put in this pot. It's doing all right. Again, that's another pot I've been trying to figure out. What do you want? Sometimes I wish the plants could talk to me because I'm having the same issue with these two here. Here and here. I just don't know. They look so beautiful in the spring. I mean, the Goldie, the creeping Jenny looks fantastic, but the begonias, not so fantastic. So, hello, Ellie. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I keep pushing and pulling them back and forth. What do you want? Just tell me what you want. You want more sun? Less sun? I don't know. When they're pushed back in there, though, they get, shade. So I thought they would do well. All right, let's come over here. Have this bed here. I have some zinnias that have volunteered. I put zinnia seeds in here last year. They didn't do so well. Got like powdery mildew. I think that's what it was. Anyway, they didn't do well. And then I think these are the Queen Lime series. I can't remember exactly what I put in here. These are cannas that I put last year. These are their second year. None of them bloomed last year. Only the one I sowed myself indoors and put outside. That's the only one that bloomed. But these are pink and yellow. So I'm hoping this year I'll get some blooms. They're healthy, happy. We'll see. They're dwarf cannas, but they're getting big. Got a little visitor on that one right there. Hello. And you see in here my little foxgloves. They are trying to give out, but I mean, they're still hanging on pretty good. I have Mississippi River clematis back in here. It gave me a few blooms, and now it's kind of, I don't know, sputtered out. Gave me some pretty purple blooms. I'll pop those up on the screen. Take a good picture of that. This is a hollyhock, and I don't remember what color. I'll put it, I think it's a champagne color. I don't know, but it's coming in fast and fierce, and I'm letting it because I would love to have a little cottage fill back here and have hollyhocks come back for me every year. So here's this little bed with some volunteer zinnias in it. Get out of the way. We'll just pan up so you can see how pretty a patio is. Even with waterlogged petunias, oh, it's so pretty. Just delightful. One of my favorite places to sit in the mornings and the evenings is right here on this patio. And then I can look back to this view. That's what we do it for. I love it. It's beautiful. This is Sensation Honeysuckle. Doing great. This is its 3rd year. Finally, I'm getting some good growth, some good blooms on her. Nice. So I've had a struggle. I put this up last year, hoping something would grow up it, and I didn't have any luck. This is a clematis. It blooms that white. It's there. We'll see how it does. I put bricks there so my husband wouldn't weed eat or mow over her. My beautiful planters. Look at the purple fountain grass with the honeyberry and the yellow bee's knees. Very pretty, looking so good. There we go. This is my hibiscus. Look at that color. It's beautiful. And my clearance zinnias. They're doing well. I love these colors together. Yeah, look, got many more buds to come. Oh, this tropic hibiscus. Beautiful. No regrets on buying her. Definitely going to try to overwinter that. For sure. Looking pretty. Looking so good. I have this rug here because I'm putting it, it's one of my projects I'm doing today. It's going to go in the gazebo there underneath that table. I think that's going to look nice. These are totem pole proven winners grasses. I just put right there. That would look really good. Doing fantastic. Ooh, here comes the sun. Here's this planter here. Same combo as the other one. Purple fountain grass, honeyberry, bee's knees, petunias, proven winners honeyberry. It's looking not as perky as the other one, but I think it's going to be just fine. These, you guys, I'm so proud of these. I just stopped and pulled some weeds right fast because I saw them and I went ahead and pulled them. This area, its zone is on Thursdays, and from Thursday to Sunday, you can see how fast and furious those weeds, they are unstoppable. These are the hanging baskets that were on the gazebo that I was so embarrassed to show you almost. And I put them in pots and look at them go. I really had to cut off a lot of their growth. So I was a little worried they wouldn't come back, but look at them. Look at that verbena, the petunias, and this calibrachoa. I really didn't think the calibrachoa was gonna bounce back. Look how pretty that is. I just got these hanging baskets, picked them up at the nursery. So I don't know if these are any particular brand or anything, but I know the flower combinations were verbena, petunia, and calibrachoa. And they're stunning, gorgeous. So yes, gardening tip. If your hanging baskets are not performing, doing well, struggling, hanging up in the air, get them a pot and pot them. Oh, I am so pleased with that. Over here, we have the trio of planters and pool noodle. Ellie's in the pool if you hear swimming behind me. But this is a Chinese fountain grass. I sowed by seed myself indoors last year, and they're doing well. Coming out looking pretty. I like the way they're falling over that pot. This is porcupine grass. It's his 2nd year. Put them in these bigger planters this year. This is fountain grass with pink and yellow lantana. And that's all it said on the nursery container, pink and yellow lantana. And it's performing nicely. I still do, I would like something to go around to cover up that pool equipment, but my husband also said he really doesn't want anything that he has to fool too much with, like getting it out of the way so he can get to the equipment when he needs to work on it or clean the filter. So for right now, just leaving it like that. So look this way. I have some cushions I brought out. I'm gonna leave them out over here, or try to. That way you have a cushion if you want to just sit on the side of the pool and put your feet in. And you have a cushion to sit on. Okay, let's come around here. Same plants in this trio. So just saw over there. Look, this fountain grass is really doing well. Yeah, they're really kind of catching up to each other. Try to come this way and kind of back up. There we go. There's a look this way. Very pretty. Very pretty. Does the pool feel nice? Does the pool feel nice? Yep, I'm about to get in that as soon as we go to the side of the house and the front. Here's a look this way. Garage door is open there. Yeah, this looks so nice. I'm gonna open up the umbrellas. And here are these pots over here. These have Vinca and Angelonia. I cut the Angelonia back, so it's about to give me another flush. You can see there. Very pretty color. And the Vinca. Vinca also perform super well for me here in North Texas. Flower power for heat and sun, for sure. Yes, in here, gotta get this all swept out and clean this up. Put the rug down in here. Come around. We have the same pot here, Angelonia and Vinca. Very pretty combo. Look at that stunning white on those. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. So let me back up a bit and show you both. It's Father's Day, so my honey has no things on his honey-do list. So I want him to enjoy his day, to clean the front of this up where he removed the deck. And you can see there's still some screws sticking up here and these little pieces. Just minor. And we don't have little kids. We do have this toddler baby doggy, but she has not gotten her feet on them or anything. Asking Mommy to throw the ball. She's so cute. Yeah, but our little rock patio turned out really well. Looks so good. Ellie's been on the chair, as you can see. That's all right. This looks really pretty. I'll link that video in the description below too if you want to see it. But it turned out so well. So here's a look back this way. I'm gonna have to get the hose out here and spray that off. That's okay. It's just Ellie's house. We just live in it. It's Ellie's house. We just live in it. That's what we say. But oh, I'm loving this breeze. Yeah, that's the pool area. Okay, coming back out this way. Here's a look at these totem pole grasses up close. Doing super well. Got these in gallon size. Look at them. Yep, they like it right here. We have a stump here we never got grinded after we cleared the pool area. That's okay. I think these grasses are gonna come up and fill this in just fine. So pretty, look at that. Gorgeous. All right, we're gonna go this way and around to the front. And this tour will be over if you made it this far. Thank you, appreciate it. I stopped and pulled a dandelion weed out of that right there. So from here, we just get a little look back at the patio right there. A little point of reference. So this is where we are. There's the lemon coral seed I'm gonna put in the ground. Bush was here, pokey bush. And then here's the area I struggled with all last year to get something to grow. That's where those purple and white Monrovia echinacеas, they wound up over there in the gnome bed. Just tried everything. And okay, so in here, these cherry skull caps are doing fantastic. Well, this one in the middle is a little bit on the struggle because the ants decided to build a mansion around that. The ants have been loving building mansions around my plants. Pop some daylilies in here. Hopefully next year we'll get some good growth. There's a phenomenal lavender back here. I'm excited about that. It is hanging on. It's brand new. So all of these are new this year to this bed. And then also popped in some yellow yarrow, and you can still see the tops of their containers there. They're biodegradable containers. And that's from Bluestone Perennials. Just gonna see. This hibiscus, ballet slippers, proven winners, growing up nicely. Year one for her. This is where I have my tomatoes kind of petering out. The heat's really setting in, so I need to come pull these. But I'm super pleased with the harvest I got. I mean, they just kept producing for me, especially this little cherry tomato pot. Got tons off of those. These are delphiniums, and I think it's their time to go. But we'll see what they do next year. These are foxgloves. The Dalmatian peach, and that was purple from Lowe's. And then I planted these. This is their first year, so I hope they go to seed and come back. We shall see. Moving on down the line here on this side of the house. We have orange daylilies that were already here on the property when we moved in. They're gorgeous. Looking beautiful here. Look at that shot. Gorgeous. Sun's really coming out now. Back in here, I put 2 for $10 delphiniums and foxgloves. I don't know. We'll see if they come back. Hopefully they go to seed. We'll see. See if they come back, or I'll just try again. Almost done. We're going to come to the front and do this as fast as possible. This is another ballet slippers hibiscus. I'm just trying it here. It gets more sun than the rest of these beds. This is north facing. So they get a little bit of sun in the morning, as you can see. A little bit in the evening, and then nothing for all day. But right here it gets more sun than any of it. So I was trying a ballet slippers hibiscus here. It's putting on growth, but not quite as vigorous as the other one. So we'll see. Iconocloa grass, some crepe myrtle seedlings. Got to come pull those. Constancy is trying to come back. There was one right here where I put this hibiscus, and I don't know how it got itself over here, but we pulled that out, and now I've got seedlings popping up over here because it wasn't planted there. There were some shrubs here, and we pulled those out. It's my hydrangea. I need to come pop this head off of this. It's got a new bloom on it. Doing well. Got new leaves. So again, first year on these. We'll see. Finally decided what I want in here. We're going to circle back front of the house just while I'm over here. This is looking good. The gomphrena is looking good. Also seeded some zinnias back here, and they have germinated. See what happens. Sage advice, Russian sage, second year, doing well. Look at that color combo together. We love that pink and purple. Coming back this way. There's Miss Ellie. So there's the side of the house with the orange daylilies. Here's the front. Right here I have blue mouse hostas. First year on these. They're doing good. Little blue mouse ears, a pair of mouse ears. Very, very cute. Let me back up here. I had the storm blow through, so I need to get in here and sweep off the front porch, but this is what it looks like. I have English ivy in those pots here. Happy Boston fern. Proven winners. Caladiums in here. Coral, Caribbean coral. So I'm excited about these. Let's get closer. Look at the color. They're starting to all come up. You see them? But the color, it's beautiful. Yeah, I like this color. These are hostas. Just said hosta. I don't know what kind, but their leaves were so pitiful. I went ahead and cut them off. So hopefully next year they'll be even better. This is a Patriot hosta. I thought I had gotten them and moved them all to the secret garden, but obviously I missed one. So that's a second year, third year. I think I put them in the first year we were here, but it's just now coming up. So anyway, gonna let it live its life there. So this is what this looks like. I love the way this looks right here. I think this is just so pretty. Okay, moving on. Oh, I wanted to address this. Yes, this is ugly. Okay, but if you've ever had experience living out in the country, I did not want the water hose contained. We did have it contained before. Pretty little box, but If you know, snakes can climb up things and inside of things. And a mama rattlesnake got in there and gave birth to her little babies. And ever since then, I don't care how hideous or unattractive it is, I need the whole hose exposed. I need to see exactly what's going on. Because when you reach your hand inside somewhere where a mama rattlesnake is, I don't know how confident you would be after that, reaching into anything. So yes, out with concealing hoses. They must be exposed, and it's a-okay with me. Here I have coast to coast hostas. I transplanted them up here from the secret garden. I had 2 more, slowly Wendy, over here, but they didn't make it in the salad bar free buffet extravaganza of the spring with the bunnies and caterpillars. Hydrangeas here, 2 more big leaf hydrangeas. Again, first year, but doing well, putting on new blooms. Looking good, putting on new leaves. So yeah, and I'm going to get some covers for all of my hostas this fall, and before they come up in the spring, I'm going to cover them and see if that works and not have such a tragedy next year. Another Hyconocloa grass to mirror the one on that end down there. Again, new this year, little babies. We'll watch them grow up. Another big leaf hydrangea over here. Looking good and fabulous and putting on new leaves. It took on some damage from thunderstorm this spring, so I had to come help it out. It lost some of its growth, but that's okay. They're just babies, first year. We'll see what they do next year. I had a question on, and this bed was full of jasmine when we moved in. That beautiful stuff, which it is very pretty. I do like it, but it was suffocating this tree here. So we took it all out, but I had a question if it ever came back. And no, it did not, and here it is. All I have to do is pick little weeds out of here, but the jasmine does not come back. Just little weed seedlings that get in here. The tree has dropped some leaves, but that's it. It looks so good. I love the way this little pathway looks right here. So pretty, so cute. But this is full of jasmine, and then there's some crepe myrtles up there. We originally cut them down, but we did not grind the stumps. Maybe a blessing in disguise, because they are determined. Let's see. We'll look at those in just a second. Probably the last thing we look at there. But they're determined to grow back, so my husband and I decided, let's let them grow back. When we cut them down, they were leggy, never bloomed. They looked horrible. So since they're so determined, we're gonna see what happens. But I think he's gonna have to trim this tree up just a little bit. But we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt and see what happens. Let them try to come back. We don't even know what color they are. They were here when we moved in, so we'll see. There's some calla lilies up here. I can't remember when I put these bulbs in the ground. It was either 2021 or last year. Either way, they're still coming up, but they do tend to get forgotten about. This part of the bed does not get any of the irrigation, and I kind of forget sometimes when we don't have rain to give this water. So I've been more diligent this year. So at least I've got green here, but they are multiplying. So that's good. So we'll see what happens there. I love the color of that gomphrena with that Russian sage, with that sage advice. Ah, very pretty combo. This curly rose grass doing beautiful. Second year for those. This one's coming up here just now. Little slow. Zinnia seeds we put in here, all germinated. We'll see what happens. Soft serve fall cypress, doing well, alive. I don't know if I mentioned it over there, but that one is too. They're doing good. Oop, I'll blur it up. There we go. Unblurred. But that one over there is doing good. They're just slow growers. So I kind of, in the meantime, just wanted some things to fill in and add some color. So these were baseball triangles. Now they're diamonds. I don't know, you guys. We eventually, the ultimate plan is to have a circle drive through here. So I was just kind of starting out the side beds here, but eventually this will all be like beds around it. But you know, got to start somewhere. Slow but sure. The garden is an ever evolving process. Up here around our address sign, these two are doing well. Only one of my hydrangeas come back, but barely. But I need to come in here and just clear this out. This is a endless summer hydrangea. Both of these are. But but this one clearly did not come back. I do not know what happened. This one's attempting to come back. Keep it watered, fertilized them. I just don't know. I just don't know. So, but anyway, these little trees by Monrovia are the cutest and doing so well. Oh, a storm, rainstorm, put a branch in that, but they feel good to the touch. I just love them. They only get like 3 by 3. Very cute. Perfect. Perfect for right there. To end out the front of the house here, we're going to swing over to the bird bath. I have cut back the salvia. It was the first thing to come up and get going this year. So it has performed its head off, literally almost. So I come and cut it back just a bit, see if I can get a second flush. But this is doing so well. I have amazing daisies in here. These kind of get shaded from the sun on this side, so they're not as big, but I can't wait to show you the ones in the back. They're starting to bloom out. Oh, I'm already getting some new growth. That's good. That's good. That was the intention. So I have some Nepeta in here. Cat's pajamas, I believe it is. I have it on both sides, but I don't think that one came back quite as well. But this one's trying to come back. Some zinnias. The goal was to have them all around here, but wonk wonk. Didn't work out, but I have 3 here. I'm going to keep them because I love cutting them. Gomphrena on each side. But these are the Amazing Daisies Marshmallow. Look how gorgeous. Gorgeous. And in the bird bath, white petunias. Some purple wave petunias, but I don't think those are blooming. Oh wait, I got one. A little waterlogged up here as well. And then some Priscilla Proven Winners super petunias. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Here's the marshmallow ones, really doing well in this one. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. It's hard for me to see, so I hope this isn't going blurry. Hard for me to see through the lens. So this is this. Looks really good. Really, really good. This got weeded on Wednesday, so got some more weeds coming up in here. And by weeds is the ones I don't want, so I do want to pull. Now I said I was going to end here, you guys, but I'm actually going to end on the garage planters over there and the shed. Almost forgot, let me give you a little perspective. So coming from this side of the house, moving over here, we're going to go to the little shed area, or shop, his shop, and there's window boxes here. He was doing some work out here yesterday, so pay no attention to that. I am going to get, though, something and some planters for each side of this. I think that's going to be lovely. That's going to be for next year, or maybe fall. We'll see. At least get the planters that we want, that look nice, and get them set in place for spring planting. Got another plane overhead, but I'm just going to keep rolling because it's hot. So here are these window boxes on this side. Doing well. I need to check their moisture. Dandelion seed got in there. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Still moist from the rain, but I do need to add water. I love that it has this on there, so it tells me. So I need to fill these guys up with water. I'll do that. Just a minute. When I wrap this up, it looks so good. Impatient, Glacier Ivy, Proven Winners. In all 3, these are north facing. They don't get very much sun, so they're shade. White begonias. I love those orange impatiens. This one, same combo. Doing good. Had some nasturtiums in here, but they have since petered out. This one is moist as well, but I'm going to go ahead and fill up their reservoirs. So they're good to go. Got a little, look at that, a spider web going on right there. It's okay. Live your life, just as long as you don't get in the way of me filling that up. We're on this side of the shed, and here's this window box. This one gets part sun. These have the orange New Guinea impatiens in them. Look how big those blooms are. I'm so short, so I'm trying to get it up and over it. Looks so good. Also some remnants of nasturtiums I seeded in here. Glacier Ivy. Let me pull this off. There we go. That looks a little better. And in the middle here, Petcoa. This is a cross between a petunia and a Calabricoa. And it is performing lovely in this window box. Let me back up. So there we go. This is the one that gets part sun on the little shed window boxes. Look at the garage planters. What a difference a month makes. And look at baby Ellie beans. Hi, baby. You want me to throw that? Look how fantastic they're doing. What a difference a month makes. Look at the newly noir coleus right here. Oh, it looks so good. And the chocolate drop coleus. And there's a surefire rose begonia in here, but the coleus is kind of taken over. And there's also, see if we can find her, creeping Jenny in there. So, yeah, I'm just so tickled. They look so good. This one here is just same way. They are loving this spot and I am absolutely tickled. Quick detour. These came with a fireplace inside and I'm going to try to make a planter with them. Look how cool they are. So super cool. Try to make them like the ends of a planter or the front part of a planter. All right, wouldn't be my video if I didn't make a little detour about something that wasn't, well, it's kind of garden related, right? Gonna make a plant stand out of it. But same thing over here. Look, the little surefires getting lost in here. Hindsight's 2020. Probably should have done probably an angel wing in here. But that's all right. I'm super tickled. We'll see if she can win out. And again, in this one, there's also some creeping Jenny. But it hasn't made its way to creep out. But look how gorgeous that is. Oh, they look so good, both of them. Let's pan back this way. Very pretty. Well, I think where we started is a good place to stop. So I want to thank you so much for coming along on my gardening journey with me. I hope you're having the best day. Thank you so much for watching and adding color to my world.